Chris, what is our second main topic today?
This one comes from Otto. Greetings, beautiful people. So we all know that The Boys Season 3 is starting up here pretty soon, and the new trailer was awesome. That's great, but I didn't realize that Season 4 had already been greenlit and that it's actually already shooting. Karl Urban just confirmed that he's already shooting the next season and will be doing so until the end of the year. What do you think about this?
All right, thanks for saying that in. And yeah, there's been a lot of Boys. A lot of the Boys stuff come up lately. A couple days ago, that poster dropped where it showed that Butcher was going to have the laser eyes. Then they dropped that first trailer, which doesn't give a lot away about what the story of the season is, but there's a lot of good, brutal, violent, gory stuff in it, including one of the things I'm most excited about, probably I'm most excited about for this season of The Boys, is Supernatural's Jensen Ackles coming in as Soldier Boy. Number one, because I'm super excited that it's Jensen Ackles, because I'm a Supernatural fan. But number two, I think Soldier Boy is going to be a really great character. The Captain America knockoff in this is going to be fascinating. I'm dying to see what they're going to make him like. I think that's great. Now, we talked on this show a while ago that there were reports going around that The Boys Season 4 was already greenlit before 3 even came out. But now you can put a nail in that. It's actually true and happening. And this comes to us from Karl Urban himself. And basically, this comes to us from CBR, who writes, "It seems that The Boys is officially returning for a 4th season. While Prime Video hasn't given any word about what fans can expect after the upcoming 3rd season, actor Karl Urban has confirmed that he is not done filming the series yet. I'm shooting The Boys through the end of the year," the actor told Variety's South by Southwest studio this past weekend. Before now, fans of the series only had reports claiming that The Boys was renewed by Prime Video months ahead of Season 3's release. But now, it's official. Karl Urban himself confirming that they are doing, and he's currently shooting it through the end of the year, which I love, because that kind of means we won't have to wait too awful long to get Season 4. This is a show that is clearly not for everyone, right? We talk about the fact that The Boys hooked me immediately in episode 1 when Hugh and his girlfriend were walking along and then a train ran right through his girlfriend, blowing her into a billion little pieces. That's when this show hooked me. I happen to know a couple of people that's when the show lost them. Because because that sort of thing is not for everybody, and I get that, and that's fine. But I unabashedly will tell you that this show is for me. It's across the veneer of the bonkersness, and you get below it, there's some great human story stuff. There's great, again, one of my favorite episodes of television in the last 5, 6, 7 years was the airplane episode. When Maeve and Homelander are on that airliner, like that is, to me, is one of the most powerful things I've seen in a long time, in the struggle that Maeve had. And even Homelander didn't like what they had to do. Like, even Homelander was like, okay, let me see if I can think of a way out of this. I mean, once he realized he couldn't, he was like, oh well. But I mean, he was like, yeah, I got to try to figure this out. But there was no way. There was no saving those people. And he, of course, then he did the very evil thing of, he could have saved some, but then they would be witnesses, and well, that's no good. So anyway, in case you thought I was starting to paint Homelander as some kind of heroic figure, I'm not. But God, I love this show. And I'm going to be very curious to see what direction they go with this season. Now we already know they're doing Season 4. I'm super thrilled. Rob, you see this. We were looking at the poster. We talked about the trailer. What do you think about them already shooting Season 4?
Dude, I love this show. I love the trailer for Season 3. The graphic violence even in that trailer is like, oh, I'm so there for this. I love the actors they have portraying all these characters and the idea that they were smart about it. I mean, John, in this world of streaming, I don't like waiting 2 years between seasons of a show. I like to get what I want, when I want, how I want, now. And I think the fact that they're doing Season 4, that's a beautiful thing, because that means there'll be, 6 months between seasons, maybe?
Well, maybe more.
It's a real effects heavy show, though, too.
Yeah,
so
and
that's true.
If he's saying he's shooting through the end of the year, and then you have post-production on top of that.
Maybe it's an epic season, because look, it usually takes 8 days to shoot an hour-long TV show that doesn't have a lot of effects. Mm-hmm. But if you're shooting until the end of the year and it's March, that's some pretty heavy TV right there. Maybe they're shooting 20 episodes that they're going to split into 2 seasons. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't that be great? All right, anyway, Chris, you hear about this. What do you think about and by the way, now that we're talking about getting into a season 4, there is definitely a style to The Boys. Could this style start to wear thin on us? Like, could we start to get tired of what the show does? Are we going to get desensitized to superpowered beings banging each other against the walls or blowing up other people's heads? Like, could that wear off? Like, I don't see any end in sight for it myself, but moving into season 4, is there a risk of that? And what do you think about this news?
I mean, there is a risk of that. We could get fatigued because I think some people do have superhero fatigue, which is why this show works really well, because it's kind of a dismantling of the superhero trope. And the comics do come to a conclusion. So I'm hoping that we kind of teeter off, honestly, around a season 6, a season 7, and finish up telling this story. I am really, really hyped about this, though. There's a great comment in the chat from Sundown Studios 2.0, over under 20% that Wayward Son plays when Jensen Ackles shows up as Soldier Boy. I was like, over, so over. I think it'd be hilarious. I think it'd be so good.
Seth Rogen,
Make it so.
make that happen. I don't care
that.
what you got to pay in music rights. Make that happen. It would totally
Chef's
make
kiss.
no sense for The Boys itself, but I don't.
I love it.
For his character,
Yeah.
for his
And
character,
yeah.
for
I think they
Soldier
could
Boy's
make it work.
character coming home.
Now you got to understand Supernatural to know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. But if you know, you know. But
I
oh my
think-
God, I love that
I think
idea
it'd be
so much.
great. And I'm really excited for what they're doing with Soldier Boy too, because in the comics, right, we've taken a step away from where things have fallen into the comics
Yeah.
and made our own
Yes.
story. I'm very, very interested to see what they do with this version of Soldier Boy, though. I've mentioned it on the show before. We've had like whispers of the Herogasm arc, and now I'm wondering how deep we're going to get into that kind of storyline too, and how salacious and seedy all of that is. Oh man, these comics are so messed up, and
They really
I'm
are.
so excited that this show is just, we've said it before, elevating the source material too, and making it something that's transitioned onto the screen so well. I'm really hyped, and I'm so happy it's greenlit. I also think too that means to me that the effects are going to continue being really, really masterfully done.
Yeah.
And that I think is one of the things that makes this show stand out so much, is that some other television superhero shows that honestly probably don't have the budget that an Amazon Studio show has are sometimes lacking when they're showing us superpowers.
CW.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They make up for it in Pretty People. And that's nice too. That's good.
By the way, I should just point out, Ira in the live chat is talking about the idea about the Wayward Sons. Like, remember, Eric Kripke is the showrunner
Yep.
who created Supernatural, and maybe he can find a way to make that
I
happen.
hope it happened.
I do. It makes me happy. And by the way, we brought up the comics. This is one of those rare things where I feel very confident in saying, I actually think this on-screen version of The Boys is better than the comics.
1,000%.
I think so too.
I think I think you were the first one, Rob, to kind of suggest that to me. And I thought, well, that's not real. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? You're right. This is better than the comics.
Well-
And that's not knocking the comics
No,
at all.
not at all.
I just love the way they're pulling it off.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be fair, when you have the comics already written, you can see what worked and what didn't, and sort of. And I think in the case of this show, the showrunners and Eric Kripke, they know they've distilled down what is great about the comic and
Yes.
given it to us.
I like
Whereas
that. They
when
distilled
you're-
it. I like that.
It's a distillation, and that's all you can ask for. Rather than everyone's like, well, why is Tom Bombadil not in the Lord of the Rings? Well, it's a distillation of what you want is did it bring forth Tolkien's story well on the big screen? Yes. Does this adapt The Boys very well? Yes, probably better than if they just adapted every issue of the comic, and that's what you want.
And I love it. I can't wait to get season 3. And now we know we're getting season 4. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this news? That they are indeed, Karl Urban's confirmed it. They're already shooting. He's going to shoot till the end of the year for The Boys season 4. Are you hyped for season 3? I certainly am. Maybe you're one of those people that this show isn't for you, and that's totally fine too. Whatever you guys are thinking, jump into the comment section below and leave us your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, Policy Genius. Life insurance can give you peace of mind that if something happens to you, your loved ones would have a financial cushion for rent or mortgage payments, loans, education costs, and everyday expenses. Policy Genius is your one-stop shop to find and buy the insurance that you need. You can click in the description or head to policygenius.com/Campea and answer a few questions. In just a few minutes, you can compare personalized quotes from top companies to find your lowest price. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius, because the team of licensed experts at Policy Genius will help you understand your options and apply for the policy that you choose. The Policy Genius team works for you, not for the insurance companies. You can trust them to offer unbiased help and advocate for you at every step until you're covered. And to make things even better, Policy Genius doesn't add on extra fees, they don't sell your info to third parties, and Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews across Google and Trustpilot. So right now, head to policygenius.com/Campea to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save.